I don't want no gravestone when I go. You could plant a tree. No gravestone when I go, carving my name for me. You can tell everybody they'll find shelter in the shade as the sun hangs from my branches. My eternal bed is made. When the earth is my bed sheets and my body is a shell, let my rings count the stories that only time can tell. I don't want no gravestone when I go, and you could plant a tree. I don't want no gravestone when I go, carving my name for me. Carving my name for me, yeah. Whatever I should tell, but if you should cut me down, I'll keep you warm by the fire as my embers kiss the ground. Yeah, yeah. I don't want no gravestone when I go, and you could plant a tree. Yeah, don't want no gravestone when I go, carving my name for me. Yeah, yeah, carving my name for me.
Yeah, I don't know why that thing ain't working on my side. Hopefully it covered off. Hey, everybody. Hopefully that stuff worked on your side because my side it wasn't working. So I had to kind of time it out in my head. I couldn't get the videos to play on my side. So how's everybody doing today? I'm glad I'm where I was talking about the videos, Roxanne. On my end, the videos weren't playing, so I was trying to guess the timing in my head on them. Sorry about yesterday. I was trying to get back at home in time to do that. Yeah, I feel you. Tried to get home to do that, do a show yesterday. I wasn't able to go to her play, but I just didn't make it home in time. I mean, it was after 5 o'clock before I got home, so I just done yard work. But today's going to be kind of interesting. I'm wanting to. I figure we can talk a little bit about these supernatural things. Okay, good. Thank you, Don. I appreciate that. But you know, we're surrounded by supernatural stuff all the time, and so I always found it intriguing. Wolf was the last one. Yeah. I always find the supernatural stuff intriguing. No worries. No worries. Um, spell check don't work for me either, man. I ain't worried about it. I'm not worried about it at all. Spell check definitely ain't even my friend. Um, but the fact that we're surrounded by the supernatural stuff on a daily basis, yeah, I need to get a new one. I need a new one too. Yeah, this thing here is starting to aggravate the crap out of me. I mean, I've had this thing for a little over a year, and it's starting to act up. Hey, Miss Moon. Um, but the fact that we're surrounded by this stuff every day, and we run into it and don't even know about it. I mean, I've done shows about the Fae, which the Fae is probably one of the most well known next to the Big W when it comes to the supernatural stuff. But they really do play a big importance in our life. And hey, David, I think I'm getting me some ice cream and some bananas to eat while watching with chocolate. Heck yeah! I just made a new dish and ate before I came live. I had an idea in my head and I tried it out and it turned out to be pretty daggone good. Um, but we deal with these Fae on a daily basis. May not know about it. I mean, and a lot of other stuff. It's not just the Fae, but I mean that's the primary one that you're probably going to mess with. But we have elementals. We have both good and bad when it comes to this supernatural stuff. Depending on your vibration, your residence, how you conduct yourself, and stuff like that. Depends on which kind you're going to mess with. But even those with a positive entity to them can experience some very bad Fae. Or hey, Munchia. But even or not Fae, but supernatural. And a lot of these supernatural stuff can do good, but turn around and do some pretty crazy crap with you too. Oh, that sounds good. I took and cooked me up some steak strips, cut up some green onions, some peppers, and mushrooms. Cooked that together. Boiled some noodles. Put in some beef stew sauce with some beef bouillon, some cream of mushroom, and a little bit of brown gravy. Cooked all that up together. Man, it turned out good. Made me some stuffed mushrooms that I forgot in the oven. Hopefully, or not mushrooms, but stuffed bell peppers. I hope they're still good. They're in the oven. I don't have time to eat them right now. I'll eat them later. I've seen numerous orbs in my backyard caught on security cameras. Yeah, I mean, orbs is a big one. Orbs really is a big one. And I have seen orbs when it's dealing with supernatural. Most of mine has been with the paranormal, but like the pixie. The pixie's going to come at you in an orb or like a firefly. A lot of people describe them both ways. Oh, it was good. It was, yeah, it was good. Definitely taking some to dinner with me for lunch tomorrow. Oh, did you, Don? I haven't made them in a while, man. I took some bacon chunks, fried it up, chopped up some mushrooms, some peppers, and green onions, cooked all that together with that bacon, mixed it with the cream cheese, and stuffed her in there. Pinto bean, and I'm not good. I don't eat pinto beans and rice, man, but I'll eat it sometimes, but not together. Usually it's got to be flavored rice. Or my beans usually got to be in a chili. But yeah, these the pixies are the most common one that is described to be the orbs or firefly like. And there's a lot of times when you're out in the woods or out in your backyard and you're thinking you're seeing fireflies, but you very well could be seeing these pixies. Oh man, I ain't had them in forever. Um, but that's just one of the supernatural side of it. I mean, there is so many supernatural entities out there. I mean, you got a lot of things that we may have one time called gods that weren't actually gods. They're just, I mean, mankind didn't know what these things were at one point in time. So at one point they were called gods, and then later on they were called something else. That's just part of human history. I mean, as humans evolved, we gain more knowledge, we learn more things. You can learn from supernatural entities. Uh, you can be protected by supernatural entities. You could also be harassed or taken out by supernatural entities too. And that's is a big difference between supernatural and paranormal. People mix them two up all the time. Supernatural and paranormal are two different things. Oh, you can keep that head cheese. Ugh. Ugh, no. You can keep that head cheese. Ugh. Um, but they do. People mistaking these all the time. Um, yes, can paranormal hurt you? Yes, paranormal can hurt you. Paranormal can harass you, but not at the level of the supernatural. The supernatural can take you out. Paranormal can't. They can cause you some harm. They can physically mess with you, but they can't unalive you. Supernatural can. Supernatural very much can. And that's a very big misunderstanding. No. You can keep that head cheese, Roxanne. But that's the very big misunderstanding. And that's why I wanted to kind of do the show, because we need to kind of understand this. We need to kind of address this, because I see so many times people's talking like, "Oh, I had this paranormal thing and it happened to me like this," and I was like, "Dude, that's straight supernatural. That's not paranormal. The degree that thing is doing is straight up supernatural." Um, Now they can look alike too, and let me pull. I didn't think about that. I could have downloaded those. Give me a second. Let me download a couple video. Well, they're not playing, so we're going to share screen on them. And I'll show you. And I've showed these videos before, but it's a very good representation of how they can look very similar, not the same, but similar. Let me get to my show materials folder here. Actually, let me pull this over here. What I was talking about, Urso, is they can, like I said, hurt you, but not to the degree of supernatural. Supernatural is a way they can do way more to you than what paranormal can. Where the heck are you at? There's one. Why is that video not in there? Huh. Give me a second, guys. I got to figure out where this video went to. Oh, I wonder if it's in the poltergeist one. I wonder if that's why I didn't see that. Okay, so it's not in there. Now, give me 1 second. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't even think about putting these up here, so I want to kind of put them up if I could find them real quick. That's the alien. That's not the one I'm looking for. I can't find them. Yeah, it does. Now, paranormal can scratch you. They can push you. They can throw stuff around. And that's the similarity between the two. But a paranormal entity or paranormal entity can't just unalive you. I mean, now the only way they can is if they can push you down the stairs and do it that way, or drop something onto you, but not physically themselves do it. Where supernatural can. Supernatural can physically do it. With paranormal, usually a reaction from something they did. Filled my oh man, dang Don. I don't know where in the hell them videos went. I know I got them on here. They should have been in my show materials. Let me see if I can find it quicker this way. Nope, I can't find it quicker that way. One I told you about, well, it appeared again this morning. No kidding. It was trying to wake me up. That was weird. Oh, was it trying to wake you up as in like warning you, or trying to wake you up as being a harassment way? Yeah. I mean, that's the thing, because so, what I was trying to show you guys is, and I'm having a hard time finding the videos, is how similar a poltergeist haunting is compared to a jinn. They're very similar, but there is a difference, and the jinn side is way more aggressive, but it is very similar, and that's why it's imperative to know the difference between them. I don't know why I can't find that folder. That is really bugging the hell out of me. Oh, did I find it? Yes, I found them. Okay. I finally found them. It was in my ghost folder, not that. Hey, Mr. Mr. Triforce. Yep. I mean, that's your opinion. I lost my spot on this here. Let me try to figure out where I left off, guys. Waking me up, I don't know why. Not harass me at all. Could be trying to warn you or something, Roxanne. That very well could be. And if it was gentle about it, I would say it was trying to warn you about something. Yeah, I mean, that is very, very good. I mean, like I said, Mr. Triforce, I mean, you're more than welcome to believe that way. Not everybody's going to believe the same way. I'm not going to disagree with you, but everybody's allowed to believe their own way. So I'm only going to show a few seconds of each one of these videos, but I'm going to show you a similarity between a jinn haunting and a poltergeist, and you'll see what I mean, how they're similar. Like I said, I've showed these before, but if this thing will load up, we'll and the thing is too, come on, man, why are you being slow?
Allahu Akbar. Allah, هذا مكان مسلمين.
There it goes.
أنتم مش جايبكم هنا.
It dropped my thing down. Let me try it again here. I got to put it back up.
الله أكبر. الله هذا مكان مسلمين. أنتم مش جايبكم هنا. أنا متحسن بذكر الله عز وجل. ولن يضرني إلا بشيء قد كتبه الله لي. بسم الله. بسم الله.
But you can see how it's slamming stuff around, and it's knocking stuff down. This is what I was kind of talking about. And it's coming out of my speakers or so. And then you got this, which is a poltergeist one. And this is why I'm saying they're similar, but you can tell the difference on them too. No, I was blessed not to. Very blessed not to. But you can see how even with a paranormal side, they can be aggressive. You know, the jinn side was very aggressive, but and that's a lot of where the similarities are. Now, after that, when it comes to physical, is when the two become very, very different. But that's when it comes to similarities, that's pretty much it. Now, if you know, like your jinn, a lot like with your jinn is very similar to a lot of other supernatural entities throughout folklore and mythology throughout all religions, all time frame throughout the world. And that these things were here before humans, and they were created by a god or gods. If you study this supernatural stuff, they all talk about this same thing. Now, in cultures, they can have similar supernatural entities. I mean, for instance, you got the elves in Norse mythology, which come from Alfenheim, or you got the elves from Celtic mythology, which comes from the land of the Fae. Yes. Now, they can also do the same. Another similarity is they can actually take over a home and move in. And that's what happened in that one video. It had found an abandoned home and claimed it as its home. And if a jinn claims that a place is its home and somebody comes in, you start getting what you see happening there. And that's what was going on there. That guy was sitting there and investigating a possible jinn infestation, and he got that level. Now, jinn will get extremely aggressive if you come to their home. Yes, Triforce, I believe there is one true God, which is Yahuwah, and then you got other gods too. So, you know, so then that's much like a paranormal haunting. A paranormal haunting is very similar in that aspect of it. But like I said, that's where the similarities pretty much begin and end. Now, you take a jinn, a big W, trolls, ogres, many different types of fae. If you upset them, you go into their home, or they just purely feel like doing it, they'll come in and take you out. Where a ghost won't, paranormal won't. So that's something that's kind of important when you're going out and looking at this stuff, is to know the difference between the two, because that's going to help you to realize what you're dealing with. That's going to help you to know what kind of protection you need for yourself. That's going to tell you what processes you should take when you're coming in. And whenever I'm going in doing a paranormal investigation, when I do my initial investigation, that's kind of what I'm doing too. Hey, Larry. That is quite a bit of what I'm doing too. Is I'm going into, am I dealing with something paranormal, or am I dealing with something supernatural? I have to approach things extremely different between the two. Very, very, like that day out there, um, like that day, like that day out there when I was doing that initial werewolf investigation. What I was dealing with out there that night was something supernatural, and I was nowhere ready to deal with whatever that was. That thing was very, very strong, very, very powerful. I was not set up to be able to have an encounter with something like that, so that's why I backed out. I know my limitations, and I was not ready for something like that, and that's very important to understand when you're doing this stuff. You got to know when to back out. If you force something supernatural, you force yourself onto something supernatural, bad things are going to happen. Hey, William, no worries. You're more than welcome to come on anytime you want, William, if you're up for it. But that's why I chose to do that, and it's extreme. You got to do that. I can't stress that enough. You have to do that. If you know you're out of your league, you know you're not truly ready for it, you got to back out. Because now paranormal, I'll stick through it. I've had shit thrown at me, stuff slammed in my face, stuff screaming at me, scratched, pushed, hit, hair pulled. I've had all that. Hey, Griff, I've had all that done to me, and then but I'll muscle through it. Hey, Jerry. Exactly. 100%, Jerry. 100%. Know when to regroup. Know when to back out. Very, very important. But, like I said, with paranormal, I'm going to push through it because I know that they can't hurt me. Now, if they threw something and made contact with me, yes, that'll hurt me physically to a point. But they can't do as much damage to me as a supernatural being can. Now, if I get that, and the best way I describe, it's hard to describe. You can feel the energy in the air. When you come upon that energy, and you can feel the negativity in it. You can feel the strength, the dread. I mean, that's about the best ways I can explain it. It's negativity, it's dread. You can, if you feel that really, really high level of it, you're going, crap, this is something supernatural, and it's pissed off. I need to back out, or this thing is not wanting anything good for me. It's wanting something bad to happen to me, and it's going to do something bad to me, and you'll know it. You can feel it. You can feel it within the energy that's what it's wanting to do if you pay attention. And the key thing is you have to pay attention. I cannot stress that enough. If you don't and you shirk it off, bad things will happen. Yes, that's another good way to put it, Urso. Absolutely. I mean, it's just, you can't really put in how it feels into words. You could try, but it's hard. But once you know, you know. I mean, I mean, oppressive. I mean, it's pure evil. Can't paranormal jump and get you in. Yeah. Now, cold spots is tied quite a bit with paranormal. Very much into paranormal. Yeah, Griff. Yeah. Cold spots has been tied to paranormal, and I have been on paranormal investigations and felt them cold spots. And my EMF detector or EVP stuff picks stuff up. It'll do it. I can't 100% say that, yes, cold spots is tied to paranormal, But with what I've dealt with and what I've seen, I'm pretty convinced that's them drawing energy out of the air. Um, you've overstepped when you feel that. 100%. Yeah, you can. You definitely can. Yeah. Yep. Dawn. um, but I bought Jello today. Actually, it's kind of funny you guys are talking about that. Um, a banana peanut butter sandwich. But so I mean, I'm on board with that being paranormal, just because I've as much stuff as I experienced all over this world dealing with paranormal. I'm pretty convinced that is. I can't 100% say that is paranormal. I would be doing you guys a disservice by saying that because I have no concrete proof of it being actual paranormal. I can just this is my experiences. This is what happened. All I can do is give you that information. So I'm not going to feed you guys a bunch of stuff to make you feel good. I'm not going to do it. Yes, but wouldn't like to walk in it. My wife got mad one time and started throwing salt and saying some Hawaiian prayers, and the room got so heavy. Oh man, yeah, okay, yeah. Salt is really a really good protector against paranormal and to a point supernatural as well. So a really strong supernatural entity, excuse me, can get through that salt barrier. But paranormal wise, salt is very good for that. Hey, Amy. Heck yeah, man. And I've said this on here before, and Urso and I've talked about this. Hawaii is probably one of the single most haunted places in this world that I have ever been in. There is so much paranormal activity in Hawaii. And these allergies are still getting to me. Buddy, I can't let you out right now. You're just gonna have to wait. But yeah, that's something to consider too. Cold spots is a good indicator for it. Where supernatural, it was like we was talking earlier, the dread, the negativity, the oppression, a weight. You feel such a heaviness, especially depending on how strong that supernatural entity is. Really heavy. It does. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Why am I finding you? Or how? What do you mean by that, William? How? Why am I finding you? Okay, I'm not understanding that one, bro. Everything for paranormal. Man, he to UFO. Oh, dude, UFOs are big in Hawaii too. Yeah. Still trying to figure out that. But I'm trying to think. Another common one. Idiots code for you can figure out. It probably is. Hawaii, I'm finding you. Yeah. Oh, I loved Hawaii. I did. I loved Hawaii. You know how about living water? Nighthawk mentioned in the Bible, there's a river of living water similar to the one in the movie The Abyss. Yeah, the firmament. What's under the firmament? If I remember right, that's the one. I think that was the one. Now I'm second guessing myself. But yeah, there's living water everywhere. Um, Water is a huge energy conductor. Um, and I'm pretty convinced, I can't 100% say, but I'm pretty convinced supernatural feeds off of that energy from like water and granite, just as like the paranormal does. But at the same time, it's supernatural on such a high level. I believe they can pull it from other things that paranormal can't. It has form and is like, oh yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, I mean, we're seeing stuff like that too. I mean, I thought living water was just not recycled water, comes straight from the earth. Anything. So, in a lot of cultures, but mainly Native American cultures, water is the blood of Mother Earth. Now, other cultures will believe in this too. I'll tell you the same thing. Blood is the water is the blood of Mother Earth. So, water has a lot of magical properties to it. Our body needs it. Plants need it. Animals need it. It is in essence life. Water is life. Um, Without water, we die, plants die, animals die. Water is life. That makes one think with water getting contaminated, wouldn't it throw her off evil? Because it's evil people. That evil will take something good and turn it to their purposes and use it as a means of um, getting their goal. So something like water will be a prime example. If water is contaminated with evil and you put that in your body, you're absorbing that evil in there. That's one way to do it. Paranormal and supernatural around us all the time just aren't in tune. Yes, that's then. William and I have talked about that many times. Yes, that stuff is around us everywhere. Hey, Bounty, all water is living, but the water of the Creator, you can never thirst again. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. You're right, William. You're definitely right on that. That's why there's dams everywhere, and they want to recycle salt water. Yeah, I mean that's a good possibility, Amy. Heck yeah. I mean I can't dispute that one bit. Um, but water is life. Um, Water can do a lot of things. It's a solvent. A um, it's a lubricant. It's a healer. Water is the only thing that can be um, a liquid, a solid, and a gas. It's the only thing that can be all three. And if that don't raise eyebrows to make you think, hey, there's something to this water, then I don't know what else to tell you because it literally is the only thing that can be all three. So, I mean, that right there will tell you how important water is and what it actually means. I haven't seen Carl, Amy. Yes, water can cut steel, David. Water is used to even cut steel. Did ritual to distill the water of life. Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing is we got to connect our energies to protect that stuff. Um, it's part of our responsibility as shepherds of this earth is to protect the sacred things. Water is sacred. There's a reason why you're baptized in water. There's a reason why water is used in everything else. Hey, Tanya, I was getting ready to see if you was in here, see if you heard. Um, hey, Tim. I didn't know that, Tim. Where'd you find that at? That's interesting. There's a fourth form of water, heavy water. Interesting. I was going to ask about Carl, but I just couldn't see the chat either earlier. Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of worried about him. I'm really worried about him. I was hoping somebody had gotten hold of him. But so, earlier William was talking about blue ice, ice that can't be destroyed. It doesn't melt. What does water turn into? What is one thing that water can turn into? And that's ice. Hold on one second, guys. Sorry, that was something dealing with Lodge. The righteous person can drink poison and not be harmed, bitten by snakes and not even be harmed. Evil can do nothing but influence man to do evil. And that's the thing. Like, these demons. Hey, Corey. Demons, they can't force you to do something, but they can whisper in your ear and tell you to do something. So that's something we have to consider too with dealing with demons. Now they can possess your body and do things with your body, but they can't force you to do something. They can whisper in your ear. It's up to you if you partake in what they tell you. So a lot of times when you hear people say, "Oh man, the voices told me to do this," some of them may be using that as an excuse to get out of doing that crime. At the same time, some of those literally are hearing them voices in their head. And you have the free will to say, "I'm not doing that." Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. Prayers for Carl, man. It's up to you if you partake in what them voices say. That's Yahuwah's gift to you of free will. And that free will is to choose to do evil or choose to do good. I do too. The dang thing keeps drilling a hole in it. Cost me a lot of money. Yes, that is it, and a lot of that has to go. About the best way to know the difference between the two on that one or so is the energy. These demons have their own energy. I mean, it's a supernatural thing too. Hey, Bolt, they have a negative energy about them, and you got to learn how to discern between the two. He's not in a good place right now, Don. Do or die, Bolt. Do or die. Water, solid, liquid, gas. But scientists at the Oak Ridge National Lab have discovered that when it's put under extreme pressures in small spaces, exhibits a fourth state known as tunneling. That's interesting, David. That is very, very interesting. Actually, I want to see that. Hey, Walking. Good to see you too. They can mimic, but there's always flaws. I've gone through sort of a thing before. Yeah. Like I said earlier, I mean, feel that energy. Know the difference for that energy. You really, really got to know the difference of that energy. Heavy water is D20. Come on, pen. I get a chance. I need to look that up. That is really cool. I haven't seen anything on that. Hey, Rhonda. So, but it all goes back as that energy, man. That oppression, that heaviness, the negativity the dread. You got to know the difference between them. Hey, Schneider. No, you too, man. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate that. So it all comes back to, like I was talking earlier, beginning of the show. You got to know the difference between those energies. Now, paranormal will give out energies too. Paranormal will give off negative energies, but their level of putting off an energy is not near the level that the supernatural will. It is like a drop in the bucket compared to supernatural. Sorry, Shane just messaged me. Oh, crap. But so, I mean, how's a good way? I'm trying to think how to describe the difference between the levels. A paranormal's energy is kind of like the weight of this impact in this drill in my hands compared to the weight of a car in my hands. That is probably one way. Thank you, Bounty. That is one way that about the best way as I can describe the difference between the energy between something paranormal and supernatural. I mean, it is a landslide of a difference. And once you know how to discern the energies and be able to feel the energies, you'll see what I mean. And the more you do it, the better you get at it. I mean, it really is extremely important. I'm telling the cat's secrets what it is, Roxanne. Now, supernatural paranormal can also, I mean, this is actually something I didn't even think about bringing up. Equipment. I mean, both paranormal and supernatural can inhabit equipment. I mean, they can do it. But it's like inhabiting a home. Same concept. That's a good one, William. Yeah, that's a good one. It's probably what's going on. Because I mean, cats are very in tune to paranormal, supernatural stuff. I mean, they really are. Like they were talking in William's chat earlier today. You know, they could walk between the two worlds. They could see in between the two worlds. Yeah, walking. I'll agree. Yeah, we are. I mean, and that's important. When we come together and we learn from each other, we gain a higher level of consciousness. And that's why it's very important. That's why I do this stuff. That's why William does this stuff. DA, Jessica. I mean, the list goes on of people who actually do this for the good reason. Is we're trying to help each other so we can grow. We can climb that higher run on that ladder of consciousness. I can actually see that, seeing that place. Dogs are too, Don. Yes, dogs are too. They really are. They don't seem to be as in tune as cats are, but yes, dogs. Like that day that Calypso, shortly after I rescued her, and we were laying in bed sleeping, and she stood over me and gave that growl. That blood curdling demonic growl at something in the living room. and me and her went to investigate, and nothing was in there, but she was seeing something I couldn't see. I could feel something in the air, but I couldn't see it. Now, Calypso was able to see it when I couldn't. That could be. I mean, that's a good theory, William. That is a good theory. Yeah. I need to actually get to work on creating some more stuff on my new merch site, Fourth Wall. I was trying to get on there earlier, but I got sidetracked doing some other stuff. Had to go to town and then cooking and everything else. Even if your dialogue and what you shared is poorly narrowed to certain poorly elaborated sentences, you still get the best version of reality. Exactly. Updating and upgrading over and over. Yeah. And we should combine together and help each other to strive for that next level. We should lift each other up. We should help each other. We should be there for each other. Help each other get to that next run on that ladder. How many of us that have cats have a Bassett statue? Raise hand. A Bassett statue. What's a Bassett statue? Any type of thing I have that lays around free, they like to knock it off. Yeah, you're getting with it today, buddy. Yeah, you were, bro. I haven't had a chance to get on there and look, but I need to get back to work because I got away from Teespring because it's been 2 months now and I still haven't got my order in. So I'm done with it. Oh, no, I don't. I don't have one. Nope. I don't think I got anything Egyptian in this house. Most of my stuff is either Norse or Native American. I got a couple of those. Yeah. Well, down to one. One of them's lost some weight. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I remember what you're talking about now. I don't have one. Don't think I've ever had one. I don't think I've ever had anything Egyptian, actually. I mainly, like I said, stick with my Norse or my Native American. I mean, I've even got this little thing that sits up here and looks over me. That's sitting on top of my computer desk. I've had that thing for a long time. And then I got my L horn that sits next to me that I drink out of from time to time. I love having my L horn. Speaking of which, I need to top off my shot glass for my fallen brothers and sisters. Definitely silencing someone means that you are already silenced and something similar was done to you, and you've walked a large amount of years in someone else's shoes. Yikes. Wow. Yeah, I never thought about that. Walk like an Egyptian. God, I remember when that song came out. That was such a good song. That was a really good song. Yeah, the Bengals. They used to have a crush on the Bengals. Earth's vibe is shifting for the positive. Anything that is not disdained to hold up will be removed, cleared, and reshaped, no matter how much you resist. Yeah, I believe so. Hey, Judy. Yeah, I believe I'll agree with that, Walken. Yeah, I'll definitely agree to that. Yeah. I'm the only one. I have a few items from Egypt. 6,000 years old, had certified on dates by archaeologists. That's cool. Yeah, I remember you talking about that. You had like a blue amethyst stone or something like that, if I remember correctly. I don't have much Egyptian stuff. That's more of my other aunt's thing here, and I can't go near some places we aren't the same. It's kind of, yeah, I get that. Yeah, I get that. And honestly, I believe that your dog Snow is awesome. Yeah, Snow is. He got to go for a ride today. He was happier than a hog in shed. He got to go for a ride today. I wonder if the North Stone for navigation can be used to to see the paranormal. You talking about the sunstone? I never. Huh. I don't know. That'd be interesting to see if the sunstone could. Oh, that's cool there. That's William, that's something to think about, honestly. That is definitely something to think about. I don't know if it can or not. I mean, that sunstone can see through the clouds to find the sun. David, I never looked into it. I know it's a type of crystal. I can see if I can find a picture real quick if I get this thing to pull up without dogging me down too much. It's a type of crystal. I can't remember if it's like a quartz, maybe. I can't remember. I have to look it up now. It's been a little while. Certain ciphers and staffs held similar stones. Yeah, they did, Urso. The sunstone's not. The sunstone's just what the Norse called it. They're known by different names throughout different cultures. To the north, so it was just called a sunstone because it was used to find the sun to project a shadow, so they knew their course headings on cloudy days while out in the ocean. I'm waiting on that to load up. You got me curious now. I'm trying to remember it. I want to make sure I'm right. Yeah, the sun started coming out. Now it's getting cloudy again. Yeah, you got me. You got me thinking. Oh, hey, Joanne. You definitely got me thinking. The sunstone is a type of material attested in several 13th, 14th century written sources in Iceland, of one of which describes the use of locating the sun and the complexity of overcast sky. Sunstones are also mentioned in inventories of several churches and one monastery in 14th to 15th century Iceland and Germany. Theory exists that the sunstone had polarized attributes and was used for navigational instrument by the seafarers in the Viking Age. Well, tell me what it's made of. I know what it does. I want to know what it's made out of. Yeah, okay, I was right. It's a crystal. Yeah. The crystal made of a calcite substance could indeed act as the navigational aid. So it's a crystal made of a calcite. That's what I'm thinking. It was started becoming sunny out, Roxanne, but now it's top of the hour. Thank you. Let me get this pulled up over here because my videos ain't working. We can continue talking about stuff till I figure out what video to play today. So yeah, I mean, it would be interesting to see if it can see. Man, I need to get my. That's what we were talking about, Joanne. Yeah, we were talking about the sunstone. We went. David was saying he wondered what it was made out of, and William had asked if it could see something paranormal or supernatural, and I'm kind of curious on that. That is what I found is the type of field spar mineral that has thin plate-like incisions which reflect light. Yeah, glimmering effect. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know her, so we'll have to look at. Let me try to find this video. It could be because I mean, different cultures call it by a different name, and but essentially they're the same. Let's do apex predator.
Something with amber eyes.
Oh, hold on. I forgot, being I'm not. Hold on. You guys won't be able to hear it unless I turn my volume up. I forgot I don't have that playing through my deal.
Something with amber eyes is lurking in the darkness. It can creep around on all fours. It can also creep around on two. A cryptid horror series from the brilliant mind of D.A. Roberts. Murders in the series called Apex Predator. Find these books and so many more on Amazon under D.A.Roberts or DARoberts.net.
There you go, Roxanne, just for you. You can find DA books and mine on Amazon for DA. You type in D.A.Roberts, or you can go to DARoberts.net to find his books. For me, you go to Amazon, type in E.D.Testman to find our books. DA's also got a YouTube channel called DX Machina, which he does shows on Wednesdays and Saturday nights. So go to YouTube and give him a like, subscribe, and follow. Let him know I said, "What's up, dude?" Yeah, that's why I figured I'd do. It was one of the first ones I came across, so I did it just for you, Roxanne. I didn't notice. I may need stronger glasses. Oh wow, no worries. Someone was saying in here? No, so it was you, Urso. You got so if you get a chance, Urso, can you test out that theory to see if the sunstone can pick visibly see paranormal or supernatural? You're welcome. I haven't done one of those in a while, so you're welcome. Yeah, I had to get stronger ones too. Now I got bifocals. I have to keep doing this from time to time. Depends on what distance I'm looking at. Let me see if this will give me an answer. Come on, you stupid mouse. Beep. So it's not telling me if they're the same. It just keeps popping up with the Norse use of the sunstone. I hope you can see. So yes, crystals will see different prisms, and they can emit different prisms too. So that's one thing to consider. So, like the Vikings would hold it up, find the sun, and let down the light on top of the floating compass, Norse compass, and that's how they could tell if they were still on the right heading or not on a cloudy day when out at sea. And I get mine through VA. I only get one pair a year or 2 years. One pair every 2 years. They changed. It used to be I got one a year, now it's one every 2 years. But yeah, they can. But yeah, I mean that's a interesting question, William, is if they can actually see into the paranormal or supernatural. I definitely would like to get my hands on one and test that theory, without a doubt. I would love to test that theory. You got my mind working now, bro. You always do that crap to me. You get me to thinking. But I mean, so earlier we were talking about the face stone from Ireland, the Barney stone, I think is what it's called, where you look through that hole in the center and you can see into the land of the Fae. I mean, that one's not a crystal, but I can see where the comparison could be on that. Compared to the quality of construction and abilities to the night vision goggles during Vietnam that showed demons. Yeah, I mean, it's actually a really good. Huh. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, I can't remember how much mine pays. I use mine for contacts because I get free ones from the VA, free glasses. So I use my works insurance to get my contacts, which I need to get my butt in gear to get me some, but I just ain't had the money. But I mean, yeah, it'd be definitely a good theory to test, without a doubt. No shit, right? He's lucky. He has a thing for the young women. He goes to spring. So I go to Marshfield. So he's a part of Fayetteville, which they run things differently than Columbia. I'm through the Columbia one, and I go to Marshfield. Springfield is attached to Fayetteville. Like the Fayetteville VA will pay for massages because I'm trying to get a deep tissue and nerve massage, but the Columbia VA will not, which I think is stupid. They're the same thing. They ought to pay for the same stuff, but for some reason they don't. The Fayetteville will pay for stuff that Columbia won't. Columbia will pay for stuff that Fayetteville won't, and I think that's retarded when it comes to the VA system. The VA system is not really the greatest. And now that my doctor retired, the one that saved my life, and now I've got this so-called nurse practitioner that this was exactly what I was afraid of, and she's about as worthless as a tit on a boar hog. But the old disposable 3D glasses paired red, blue together is supposed to do this. I've heard that. I can't 100% say that's true, but I have heard that. Or so I have heard that. Yeah, it used to be in Mount Vernon. Yeah. And then they built that new hospital in Springfield, so now it's out of Springfield, but it's attached to Fayetteville. Marshfield's closer to me, and I've always been attached to Columbia ever since I got out. That's why I go to Marshfield, is because I'm with the Columbia VA. Some needs to make eyeglasses with a layer of crystal and ruby and sunstone like goggles to see the pair. That there's got to be a way to do it. Get them old like the old microscopic or not micro what daggone it microscope style goggles and do it that way with that. Yeah, they do, and I believe that's attached to Fayetteville as well, Roxanne. Have to crush the stones to make a liquid between panes of glasses. I mean, if you got something that can cut it, slice it thin enough, you just overlayer them. Ghostbusters had some, yeah, yeah. If you got something that can do a clean, clear cut, you should be able to make them thin enough that you can layer them together and do it that way without crushing them and turning them into a liquid. Kind of like when you're at your eye doctor and they flip them different lenses down, should be the same concept. Yeah, yeah, that's true. Corey. Oh my God. I think crystals were used for a lot of yes, crystals they have got a lot of uses for them. Yeah, like the sunstone, sun lasers to cut rock and refract light inside and hold energy. Maybe even a type of crystal used in those Roman. Yeah, yeah. I mean, crystals have so much ability to them. Yeah, wet saw. Yeah. Here's mine's a diamond. Joanne's is a ruby. Is there something about you we need to know, Joanne? Do we need to keep an eye on you, Joanne? Yeah, mine's a diamond. But yeah, with the right saw, you should be able to cut layers of those and stack them together to do what you need to do. A diamond saw I I think it's what I use diamond drill bits in my jewelry, making the holes in the beads. Could be. Yours is too, Corey. July. I have no clue what July is. Or so I only reason why I know mine is because of my birthday. Honestly, outside of that, I have no clue what is what for any day or any month or anything. I would layer it crystal, sunstone, and then ruby. Yeah. I mean, and it wouldn't hurt to switch it up from time to time too to find out which one works better. But that's definitely one good way to layer it. Yeah. Keep it lubricated to drill or saw. Yeah. I mean, so much of ancient technologies had used diamond stuff for cutting. I mean, diamond is hard, and we see ancient equipment that had diamonds, crushed diamonds in it, used for cutting stuff, shaping stuff. Third paranormal, William. 3D paranormal, yeah. Yours is sapphire. What? No amethyst? Hey, I'm a girl's best friend, man. I'm a diamond. What is that old commercial? Diamonds is a woman's best friend. North Carolina has rubies out there, emerald quartz. Yeah. Topaz. Oh, that's a good one. Topaz ain't bad. Dance all days. I don't know, man. I will neither confirm or deny if I've ever used that line. I won't do it. It's just something to have been told by the spirits to me. Well, there you go. I mean, it's definitely got to try it, William. If I had the money and the equipment, I would definitely put something together to give it a shot. That's funny, Corey. Like I said, I'll never confirm or deny if I ever used that line before. Diamond is a woman's best friend. Oh, is it in that song? Okay. Camel Dad, it's good to see you. You're a sapphire. I ain't been line dancing in a coon's age. I try to dance now, my knees will scream at me. I bet a black opal would make your woman a bit more appreciative, especially with a lot of blue fire in it. There you go, man. I don't know if I've ever seen one of those with the blue fire in it. That'd look cool, actually. I mean, I like stuff like that. That's just me. But like I said, the only reason why I know what mine is because it's my birthday. Well, I mean, that month is a diamond. Also, the only reason why I know my what is that the hoo ha sign. You know, I'm an Aries, which is supposed to be a ram, but I always tell them I'm an Aries god of war. Are they? I don't know if I've ever seen one, man. I don't know. I mean, that actually, this type of stuff we're talking about here actually plays in supernatural too. Because look how much of this stuff is used with, in old traditions of calling upon or warding off supernatural entities. No worries, Griff. You're all right, buddy. No worries about that at all. They're used to. They're used in magical practices. They're used to summon or ward off supernatural entities. So, I mean, a lot of this stuff. That's why they're so valued. Not only because they're beauty, but the abilities that this type of stuff has. I mean, turquoise is the Danish. It's very, very valued amongst the Danish and a lot of other Native American people. Roxanne's a crazy cat lady with the chomper monsters that fly. Think about has to have ruby in it because Bigfoot and other supernatural beings see infrared. Right. Now I've talked about it on this show and your show and other shows. I'd never have caught big. I mean, you guys have seen the Bigfoot evidence I've had out here, but I have never caught anything Bigfoot on one of my game cams. But I do get tree structures in an X formation right outside the triggering range. Hey, Larry. Aztecs used to slice open their skin and slide silver or quartz under the skin. Yeah. To them, gold wasn't near as valuable as that other stuff. But these different things, they all have magical powers to them, or magic abilities to them. So if you got these cultures throughout history talking about this stuff, dealing with the supernatural or dealing with the magical side of it, there has to be some kind of kernel of truth to it, an ember to the fire that sparked them to be able to believe in what they believe in. Oh yeah, I love Eddie. I gotta go back to work tomorrow. Yay! Keep telling myself if everything works out, 10 more years. No worries, William. No worries. But so, I mean, it's definitely, you got to consider that stuff. People want to disregard this information, but they don't sit there and see, because we are so conditioned nowadays to think, oh, well, that's just primitive way of thinking. But yet, look how sophisticated and look at the abilities that our primitive ancestors was able to do that we can't do now. So if they were so primitive and they were so unsophisticated, it's got to tell you something. I mean, somebody's trying to lie to you or hide something to you. They obviously knew a lot more about things than we give them credit for. I bet you do. I'm set up to retire at the age of 55, and that's kind of what I'm hoping for. If financial stuff holds out, I want to be retired at 55 and travel the world doing investigations around this world before I can't do it no more. Every year, the pain in my back and my knees and my feet and my hands and my elbows and my shoulders all get worse and worse every single year. I'm trying to hold out for another 10 years so I can travel around doing stuff. Of quartz holds data frequency and vibration that why crystal skulls can scan when scans showed the energetic resonant inside. As I say, crystals been known to have stuff engraved in them too and hold data. Yeah, absolutely. Oh crap! It jumped on me, William. The way things are going on, it's going to be hard to retire. I know with what I hear behind the lines, we're fixing to get into a new level. I may be even be able to retire early if it works out the way it's supposed to. No, I stay away from crypto, Larry. I've not dabbled in it. I stay away from it. It's too unstable, too volatile, and it's trying to get away from the actual currency that we're supposed to use to have, so that they can control everything of our all of our finances. I don't dabble in crypto. You're going to quasi retire? Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. But I want to get out and do more investigations. I want to be able to do stuff, and the way my body's going. Oh, cryptozoology. Did I read that wrong? Oh, nope. Yeah, that's about the only thing I'll dabble in when it comes to crypto is cryptozoology. But you just said crypto, so I was thinking the finances. Unless I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, Larry, let me know. But I thought you was talking about the crypto as in, finances. So there you go. There you go, Camel Dad. I mean, that's the way to go right there, bro. Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, no, I won't touch that with a 10-foot pole. Nope, I stay clear of that. There's, how do I say this without getting in trouble? There's certain not so friendly entities that's tied to that. I won't touch it. Sitting, answer your question like you could hear me. Yeah. Now, I mean, that's the way to go, Camel Dad. And, I want to be able to do that too, but I want to be able to work for myself. I want to turn this into something that I can do when I'm retired. And, I want to learn. I'm trying to learn how to produce better videos for you, better books, and all that stuff for you guys, and better content. And every week that I do this stuff is a learning curve for me. I'm truly blessed. I started doing this December 3rd of 2023, and look where I am now. I mean, you guys are 100% a blessing to me. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. And that's why I won't do it, Larry. I mean, that's just my opinion. Everybody can do whatever they want to do. You're 100% right, Larry. And that is being partaken of right now. Yeah. Big time, Don. Big time. Yeah, certain little teams, I don't know if I'm allowed to say on here, even though they're not supposed to censor it, they like to censor it, is looking into stuff like that. Thank you, Joanne. Yeah, I try. Heck yeah, man. We'll kick back a cup of good coffee, crack open a cold beer, start a little fire or something. But I've visited a lot of this world from the military aspect, and yes, did I have experiences while in the military being to these places around the world? Absolutely. I want to be able now to do it as a civilian and be able to go out and get more in depth of the stuff that I found when I traveled this world. I used to have a crypto Litecoin cipher, then Bitcoin, but then I got cancer. Ugh, yeah, I won't touch it. I just absolutely won't touch it. I had to watch what I say because the old Marine grunt in me about came out and I about said something that ain't YouTube friendly. But yeah, I won't touch it with a 10-foot pole. What are you kitty cats into? I can hear them getting into something. Anybody got any questions on this supernatural stuff? I'm kind of curious what, Urso, talk about what you felt is, yeah. Yeah. Yep. Until it's my time to guard the gates of heaven on the Christian side of it or my north side until I go to Valhalla, Valhalla. Man, I'm going to keep doing this. But, one day when it's time for me to leave this realm and go to Asgard, I'm going to keep doing what I can. Edie, did they have something to do with stolen equipment and someone else pushing? Did I miss something, Camo? Let me see if I missed something up here. Trying to think of what you're meaning on that one, Camo Dad. XPR and XLM have filled your pocket. I don't have no clue what the. No, that does sound familiar. I just can't think of it. Hey, Twisted. Not using military savings. I wasn't talking about military savings. I was talking about when I was deployed and seeing the world that I want to be able to see it as a civilian and not being in the military so I can get out and experience stuff. But far as I lost all my military retirement because I left after 13 years. I didn't finish by 20. I left under a certain, how do I say this without getting in trouble? A certain president. We'll just leave it at that. It starts with an O because I could not stand what was happening to my beloved military. Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah. I'm trying to keep myself from getting in trouble. So I've got to watch my words until they conform to what it's supposed to be and quit dinging us on stuff where we can have our free speech back. Because this is a public platform, regardless if it's a private entity owns or not, this is a public platform. They have to follow the laws. Thank you, Griff. Yeah. Yeah. I came in under a president that started with a C, and I left under the president that started with an O on the second term because I just couldn't take it no more. I'm too much of a salt dog, and my way of thinking and doing things ain't the same. So between that, the fact that I physically, my body was too tore up and I couldn't do it no more is what did it. Once I got told that they don't care about quality, they only care about quantity, and overrid my signature on a deployment chit, I was done. Oh wow. Yeah. My son got out of the Air Force because of the last 4 years. Yeah, I did. I got out under the first version of that one. Yeah. I don't like to talk about some of this stuff a whole lot. There's a lot of stuff that I've seen and done that I won't talk about. I've become better about talking about stuff, but there's some stuff that I absolutely will not talk about. Use the sub to sub a channel that kept up with all the air traffic. Don't remember what it was called. Cool, Corey. Yeah, there's a lot of interesting things going above the skies of us right now. So it's fixing to be a big shift. But yeah, no, I mean, I loved being a soldier. I miss being a soldier. There's things that I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy that I was a part of. But I mean, I had to do what I had to do. We'll just leave it at that. I'm sorry. We'll just leave it at that, guys. Yeah, Larry. Yeah, I guess we're getting ready to get pounded here again. It's been storming off and on all day here. But I mean, at the same time, man, I've got to experience a lot of stuff with doing with cryptids, paranormal, supernatural when I traveled this world. Got a stronger connection with things, a better understanding of things. Got to experience things that most people didn't get to experience, and I want to be able to retire before I can't walk anymore. I mean, it's getting harder every year just to get up and move. That I want to be able to do it for you guys. Everything I do, I want to give you guys the best that I can give you. Thank you, brother. You be safe, man. Much love to you, bro. Much love to you. Yeah, Larry. But yeah, there's man. I can't wait to get back to Scotland and Ireland. When it comes to supernatural, that has been two of my most favorite places that I've been to dealing with supernatural. Was Ireland and Scotland. But I would love to go back to my family's homeland in, back in Norway and, I forgot off the top of my head. But anyways, I'd love to go see them places to see where my family hail from. I'll pop a couple of Advil and keep trucking. Yeah, I've got, I take Edilac. My body doesn't do good on painkillers. Really doesn't do good on painkillers. But interesting enough, this Edilac, if it doesn't get rid of the pain, it dulls it down. Cage Cove. That sounds familiar. Yeah, I'm going to. I want to go to Norway. I want to go to, the lands of, my ancestor Ragnar Lothbrok. I want to go to my other family's ancestral lands, which is Norway. Cool. What did I miss? I missed something on Dawn's. I'm sorry, bub. What did I miss? Oh, yeah. Okay, I get it. Yeah. Sorry, I missed that. That must have shot past me when the chat was moving. Yeah, he's going to be doing that on his YouTube subscriptions. Yeah. We have the same lineage, Scottish, Irish, and Native American. I'm Cherokee, Comanche, Lakota, German, Irish, English, Scottish, and Norwegian, and Dane. which my primary bloodline is Dane and Norse. And with some of that, the German can be tied to the Dane and the Norse because they were all a Germanic tribe. So I mean that really could be where the German comes from. So it may be just that, but they're Germanic tribes. So like my family comes in Scotland comes from the Wallace clan. Oh, he might. I didn't see that. Then again, yesterday I was kind of busy. I forgot a little Dutch. Yeah. Yeah, my primary bloodlines are Dane and Norse. And it's always interesting when I'm writing on my books between the conflict between the Danes and the Norse because, well, I'm both. And the Danes and the Norse really they worked together, but they fought each other more than they worked together. But when they worked together, then they were badass together, So, yeah, it was funny. You're the Stuart clan. I haven't been able to trace my Irish side. Now, the funny thing too is though, on the English, the Scottish, and the Irish side, that can very well be tied to the Norse as well because the Norse had occupied all that land. Most of the British Isles was controlled by Norse at one time. So a lot of that bloodlines that's in me could actually come from the fact that the Norse was there. But I just know my primary bloodline is Dane and Norse. That's why you're a green jumping bean. Because I'm Irish Mexican. Yeah, you're a green jumping bean. So, it's and I think it's important to learn that stuff. Learn the myths, learn the legends, learn the history of your bloodline, because that's a big part of you. And a lot of stuff dealing with supernatural, you're going to have ties to your ancestral bloodline. And these supernatural things will find you and will affect you differently in ways that they will affect somebody else because of that ancestral bloodline. Cole Shorten from McCool. Hey, my family was Tester, Testar, Testament, and now Testerman. Or Testerman, now Testerman, sorry. Testerman came out when the three brothers came from England and came into North Carolina. One stayed in that area, one went to the Texas area, and the other one went to the Dakotas. But when they landed here in the U.S., in the North Carolina area, that's when the name got changed to Testerman. But before then, it was Tester, Testar, Testament, and Testermin. And now it's Testerman. So my last name is actually a fairly new name. But we have been a part of every major war in the United States since the Civil War, probably even a little bit before. No, it was Civil War. From the Civil War on, my family has been a big part of every single major conflict that the United States has been in. My whole family lineage is dealing with military. There you go. Yeah. Yeah. I can see that big time. You get that little ginger snap action going on there. My oldest daughter, she's a redhead. And her road name is actually Ginger Snap. That's her road name. And then my youngest daughter, who's a spitting image of me, her road name is Sloth. Because she moves so slow and doesn't think. And she's sloth. Griff. My last name is comprised of two family names together, then hyphenated. Then now it's all together. That's weird. That's cool. I mean, look, man, definitely learn of your family history. Learn of your ancestral bloodlines. Yeah. Yeah, it's very, very important to learn your ancestral bloodlines, especially if you're going to be dealing with these, cryptids and paranormal, supernatural stuff. You know, in some instances, supernatural stuff with one bloodline can mean something totally different than your other bloodline. You'll see that throughout a lot of these studies with supernatural stuff. To one person, this means one thing, but to another person, this means another thing. Because that be because they conflicted at one point in time, which left a bad taste with the supernatural entities, and they chose a side. I believe that's very possible. I don't know for sure, but I believe that's possible. I mean, look at the owl. In the owl in Native American lore alone, to some of the people, the owl means something totally different than the other part of the Native Americans. Yeah, my DNA is Scottish, Irish, English, Italian, and Netherlands. Yeah, dude, Netherlands. Yeah, I always thought it was Dutch. Dad was redhead. I was born a redhead, and then it got blonde. Mom inherited Native American. There you go. Like this here, this is 2 weeks no shave right here. So even though my primary bloodline is Dane and Norse, I have not cut this since 2012. But yeah, a lot of my Native American comes out in me. I don't sunburn. I've been sunburnt once my whole life, and that was because I may or may not have partaked in an excessive amount of adult beverages, like kayaking in the oceans of Okinawa, shooting caves out in the ocean in a kayak. May or may not have played a big part on the one and only time I've ever been sunburned. So I think that's a good YouTube way of putting that. You started shaving when you was 12. Yeah. I've not. The reason why I had this would have been probably longer, but in 2012 I had to cut all this off because I was a temp for Coke, and Coke made me shave it all off except for this, which really peed me off. But I was needing money to support my kids, so I did it against protest, but I did it. Yeah, and that's the last time I'd shaved. It was 2012. And that's when I was a summer worker for Coca-Cola. That was back when I was in college and I was in between jobs. And so I took a summer job with Coca-Cola. I do. I have not bought a set of razors in about 2 years. And I'm just now, I actually bought one of them pit boys or bad boys or bulldog or whatever that thing is. I kind of don't like, but I got one of those now. Yeah. I mean, I used to piss off the DIs in boot camp because I can go a couple days without shaving. When they realized I was doing that, they made me shave every day. So I was like, well, I'm kind of wasting razors and shaving cream, but that wasn't the point. Even though I didn't have to, they made me shave every day once they found out I wasn't doing it. I had an old boyfriend who I would wax his back for him. He made Bigfoot look bald. That dude had Neanderthal in him. That dude definitely had Neanderthal in him. I know people like that. Take their shirt off and you think they're wearing a wool shirt still. But yeah, I didn't officially start shaving until I was around 18. Somewhere around 16, 18 is when I first picked up a razor. And even then I didn't have to do it because it was just a couple hairs here and there. It wasn't very much, but it was enough to annoy me because it didn't look like this. Even to grow this takes forever. Like I'll trim like I need to now, but about once a month and once every 2 months, I've got to trim this. That's about it. I don't have to do that even anymore. Oh, dude, that's not a good sign. I mean, it's good because you're busy, but the fact that you're busy at the ER is not really a good thing. I used to be a millwright for a company called SDI. I think I heard of them. And we put in machines like palletizers and conveyors for Coca-Cola. That was some ass busting work. Yeah. Yeah, I used to pick up and deliver Coke machines all over southwest Missouri. Um, man, every day of the week we had a certain location that we worked in. Dude, you got to do the ZZ Top look. Got to go ZZ Top 100. She's got legs. She knows how to use them. She wore a pearl necklace. I love ZZ Top. Um, my son tried to shave at 9. He told me, and his dad, he sees hair on it, so he shaved with toilet paper pieces all over his. Oh God, that sucks. That's funny, but that sucks. You heard of Pepsi, dude? I'm a Pepsi guy. I'll admit it. I like my Pepsi, my wild cherry Pepsi. But I try to stay away from. I don't drink soda as much as I used to. I try to stay away from it because it's really bad for you. Extremely addictive. My mom used to have really, really, really bad withdrawals. Like withdrawals bad enough she would go in the hospital when she cut down on drinking soda. I haven't hit my gig line yet, but maybe at some point. Hell yeah. But I mean, it's all heritage. I would love to be able to grow my hair. I used to have hair that ran down to the small of my back when I was younger. I mean, it's curly as hell though. That's one of the reasons why I wear a hat. My hair is like really, really curly. But when it was wet and combed out, it'd go down to the small of my back. I used to be able to put it in a ponytail. Yeah. Sorry, hit that by mistake. Quit popping that up. I'm trying to pop that one up. But yeah, no, I mean, but it's all cultural stuff too. But it's beliefs. It was. I like to keep my hair short because, well, I mean, I did that for 13 freaking years, and the fact I ain't gonna lie to you, I don't like my curly hair. But I haven't had a haircut in about 5-6 months, and now it's starting to get a little thick. He's gonna be good. Yeah, my ass, you are. But yeah, I mean, I do. There's times I miss my long hair. I wish I could grow a beard. I really wish I could, but I just can't. The reason why I keep this up here is because if I shave all this off, I get carded for alcohol and tobacco, and I'm freaking 45 years old, fixing to be 46. That gets kind of like, why the hell you carding me, dude? I'm too damn old to be carded. But that happens. So that's part of the reason why I like to keep this. You are not good by any means. Any means, Roxanne. We all know that's bullarchy. But, well, if anybody got any more questions about the supernatural, what? Dude, you can wait a few more minutes. You can wait a few minutes. It is not that bad. I promise you it's not that bad. You need to learn how to wait. You need to learn how to be patient. You need to learn to be nice and quit being mean to the other animals. You really need to learn to quit being mean to the other animals. Yeah, I do. I mean, look at a lot of cultures. Long hair, signified strength, dignity, pride, and stuff like that. So in some ways, I miss it. But at the same time, 13 years of keeping stuff shaved down, it's hard to break that mindset. super, super mean. Yeah. Oh yeah, Brock Blades is a good knives, Joanne. They really are. I like Brock Blades and I like Scallywag. I have not cut my hair in 7 months. I earned it. Yeah, got to have Melissa put a hair tie in it. Ain't figured out that part of it. I mean, I used to do my own. Never. I can't. I used to be able to braid hair. I used to. How do I put it nicely? It used to be a moment between me and a lady friend when I would brush their hair and braid it for them. It worked. I can't braid anymore. I forgot how to do it. Dude, I've been seeing that a lot, Joanne, too, man. I hate to steal it from that movie because it wasn't near as good as a TV show, but, the Lone Ranger, man, nature's out of balance. Nature's just completely out of balance. Oh, that'd be a good one. And could that be part of the fact that they're getting rid of all the harmful stuff that was put in our atmosphere from the bad chemtrails, and that is throwing off the natural order of things through wildlife? That could be. I don't know, but that is one of my theories on it. But nature is straight um, out of balance. Whoa! I don't braid it. I do understand. No, I never braided mine either, but I mean, Native Americans used to braid their hair, but I used to know how because I used to do it for lady friends. I know from experience having long hair attracts attention from the popos. Yeah, it does. This draws attention to them as well. And what I've gotten is sitting in the back seat of my truck for quick last minute, hey, we need to be here situations. What's sitting in the back seat of my truck also draws that attention too. I know from experience having long hair. Oh, whoops, hit the wrong one. Sorry. 11 came back. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've been seeing them. I've been seeing them doing the same thing, Joey, and I really have. And that's about the only thing that I can come up with is the fact that a certain group is trying to fix what a certain other group had done to put things back in balance. I had long hair when I was 5. I used a lot for undercover detail. Oh, when you was 5-0, yeah, undercover detail, yeah, yeah. I won't get into too much detail, but there's certain things that I'm usually how I look or what I have on me that usually cause them concern. I mean, out of 3 times I was arrested, though, I was told all 3 times I was one of the coolest people they ever arrested. I would show them my retired badge. They can like, yeah. I look at it. Me and them guys, they're a necessary evil. Um, they're necessary when you need them, but they forgot their oath, and that's why I call them a necessary evil. I mean, there's a reason for it, but just so many of us forgot their oath. A lot of our militaries forgot their oath too. More so nowadays. But yeah, I've bounced around from both sides of the track. I ain't never been Leo. Almost was Leo a couple times, but I've never been Leo. I don't have nothing against them, but I'd rather handle things on my own. Wore a long black trench coat, dark shade jeans, and cat-eye boots. I almost thought I was thinking goth there for a minute. I thought I heard a poop come from somewhere here. They have the dog. Boar sitting down here being bored. Shades, yeah. Oh, shades, yeah. I'm 6 foot tall, 300 pounds, so I attract attention everywhere. Yeah. Either way, I used to be a distraction for my friends when they were up to no good. I was always good to be able to tell where certain type of job people were. So if we were partaking in things that weren't as considered legitimate, or how do I put it, legal, if I always said a certain little phrase, I smell something, they knew, and we got out, and it saved our butts most of the time, unless I was a little bit in a certain type of extreme altered state of mind. It's usually when it wasn't near as good. Yeah, right, Roxanne. Well, if you guys ain't got any more questions about the supernatural, I want to thank my mods, Corey, Roxanne, William. You guys are awesome. I appreciate every single one of you guys. There you go. Yeah. For you guys that don't know, on my Patreon, at the Asgardian level, thank you. You guys could get access to a lot of stuff. I'm still trying to figure out how to make my Patreon as most productive for you guys as possible. But you guys can get access to my short stories that I've been writing, and some of my other stuff. My finished books are on there. You can kind of see what it roughly looks like after I'm done writing. Then you got the I Hen Yard tier, where you get access to my books right off the bat. I value you guys' opinions on how my books are. So I appreciate when you guys read them, let me know, hey, this is going great, or what do you mean by this? And, it helps me to be able to produce a better book for you. So you got that available for entertainment purposes. So thank you, David. Hey, Firewater, it's good seeing you. How's Pip? Is Pip still being the dominant Pip that she is? So you guys got that option. I'm working on that new merch line for mine. I haven't had a chance to do a lot with it lately. I need to get my button gear and get back to work on it. But I've worked my butt off getting that book done. As soon as my I Hen Yard readers are done, I'm going to put that out for publishing. I should be going on there may be some Saturdays that I'm not doing a live because I'm going to be out in the woods. And if I can go live being in the woods, I'm kicking around a few ideas to help provide a very as good quality of a live with me out in the woods doing investigations as I can when it's just me doing it. I may not, like, if I go lives, I may not be able to answer your guys' questions or comments because I will be too busy investigating things and looking at things to be able to go, hey, yeah, this is what I'm doing. Oh, sweet. Thank you, Roxanne. Oh, well, that's good. At least you're still seeing her. So if I can get things worked up right and I can hook another monitor up to my laptop, then I can run multiple screens while I'm live. I just may not be able to answer your guys' comments and stuff, which is where I'm going to have to rely on William and Roxanne and Corey on. But if I can do that, I'm going to try to start doing that here pretty quick. So campfire chats on Saturdays are going to be hit and miss if I'm actually doing it or if it's going to be an actual investigation. So that I've got that stuff coming up. I am working on them sci-fi short story books. I put it out on my Facebook, author's Facebook page. Have some with you in case they see something you didn't catch. I'm going to try 2 or so. I really want a team together. I just don't have enough people in my area that can do it. But I will try. I am trying. I'm trying to get a team put together. So can real time guide you? Yeah, I mean, I will. I will try. I didn't realize you were on live. I was at Midwest for Montauk and Strange. No worries, Firewater. It's all good. It's all good. But yeah, I've got that coming up as well. I've been trying to get down there to do this reveal with the Springfield Commercial Club, but between work and everything else, I've not been able to do it. I'm trying to get part 2 ready so I can get it released to you guys. So at the end of the show, I've got a poem that I like to read. Oh, before I forget, to my new subscribers, to my all the way down to my OGs, thank every single one of you guys. You guys are awesome. I appreciate every single one of you guys. You guys is what makes this possible, and I really, really enjoy our conversations in here. You guys are great. I am truly, truly blessed for every single one of you guys. So with that being said, there comes a time when a warrior falls. They leave this realm will be missed by all. Raise a glass and keep them in your heart. They have kept this realm safe and performed their part. Look to your veterans, your active duty, your EMTs, and the blue line. What they do or have done was walk that fine line. When a demon comes calling on your soul, they will be there to save us all. Hold them in your prayers, for they are deserving. They all have served or are serving. Until next week, guys, once again, thank you so much. I don't know what next week's topic is going to be yet. I'll figure it out. I've got a busy work schedule ahead of me again. We finally got one major project done, and now I got to play catch up. So as soon as I can get a topic figured out, I'll get her done. So until next week, everybody, peace, love, and blessings to you all.